This election day could mean major changes across the entire country and offer signals about the midterms just a year away now.
That's right. Joining us now is Jessica Piper, senior data reporter at Politico. She's joining us to talk about the elections this morning. So let's start locally. Jessica, thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and California voters deciding on Prop 50. How are you feeling as far as what voters are going to do with this?
Well, the polling over the past few weeks has been pretty favorable. It seems like, when Newsom launched this bid, it really wasn't clear whether voters were going to agree. But the polling we've seen has suggested that voters in California are likely to accept these new districts. And obviously, we'll see the final results tonight or tomorrow.
I don't mean to sound flip about this, but do we trust polls anymore? I feel like the last couple of elections, we start looking at trends about turnout, demographic shifts, and then it ends up being different. What are we seeing, and do you trust the data?
Well, I think the polls are, they certainly come with a margin of error. We have seen polls, in other races earlier this year that were off. If you look, the New York City mayoral primary, the polls got that one pretty wrong. So certainly it's voters and how they actually vote on election day that matters the most. But I mean, the margins for the Prop 50 have been so wide, I'd be shocked if the polls were that wrong. But we will see once the votes are counted.
All right, let's turn to the New York City mayor race. Mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani has been the front runner in New York polls, and of course beating out Andrew Cuomo right now in polling. How reliable, as we just said, though, can we look at that? He is such a left-wing progressive candidate. Would this be shocking if he wins this race? He has a lot of momentum.
At this point, I think he is expected to win. And as I mentioned earlier, right, the polls in the primary really underestimated him. And of course, now polls think he is going to win.
Right.
What's different about the New York City races, his primary opponent is Andrew Cuomo, the former governor. And he's a bit of a strange candidate. He's trying to get votes from Republicans to, offset Mamdani being such a leftist candidate. But Cuomo was the Democratic governor for several terms. A lot of Republicans are not especially inclined to vote for him. So it seems like under those circumstances, Mamdani's pathway to being the mayor is pretty clear. But, we'll again learn more after the polls close tonight.
I think these kind of it's not a midterm, it's not a general election. These election days are always interesting to watch because there's little races around the country that end up giving you data about how people are maybe feeling or where they're leaning. And everybody will be diving into that, especially going into the midterm next year. But is there a race in particular you're going to be watching tonight or maybe one we haven't thought of?
I think a really interesting race is the New Jersey gubernatorial election. Most people think that Mikey Sherrill, the Democratic Congresswoman, is the favorite there. But New Jersey also, it's a really interesting state because it was actually the state that in the 2024 election compared to 2020 shifted the most towards Donald Trump, even though it still voted for Vice President Kamala Harris last year. And so the question of how do these voters who maybe were more favorable to Trump last year than any time before vote in a gubernatorial election, I think it'll say a lot about where the two parties stand, 1 year into Trump's second term.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting night to watch.
And lots of races to keep our eye on. All right, Jessica, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.